Hello, kindergarten writers. So last week you used a piece of paper that we gave you to make a list, and you watched a video that I made about different kinds of lists that we could do, and then you made your own list. So I just wanted to review writing a list, and then we're going to go on to turning a list into a list poem. Okay, so writing a list. If I were thinking about what do I want to write a list about today? Maybe I'll write a list of kinds of dogs. Okay, so types of dogs. So there's labs. A lab is a type of dog. Poodle. Poodle is a type of dog. Golden retriever. How many people know a golden retriever? Golden, so that's gold N, old, golden. Need to put a space. Retriever. That's a long word. Let me see if I can best guess spell retriever. Retriever. That's a long word. Let's see, another type of dog. I'm having trouble thinking of another type of dog. German Shepherd. German Shepherd. That starts with sh. What two letters make the sh sound? S-H. Shepherd. German Shepherd. Okay, let's do two more. I have to think of two different types of dogs. I love dogs, so I should be able to do this. The type of dog that Teddy is. He's a cavapoo. Ooh. Two O's together make the ooh sound. Cavapoo. Okay, and I know people that have labradoodles. That's a long word. Labradoodle. Let's see if we can sound it out. Labradoo. Ooh. What makes the ooh sound? Doodle. There. Okay, so I have a list, right? Writing a list. I have a list of different types of dogs. Lab, poodle, golden retriever, German shepherd, cavapoo, labradoodle. Okay, now my dog, Teddy, is a cavapoo. He's a cavapoo. That one right there. So I'm going to take the list and then I want to make a poem. So I want to write a list poem. Now, right here, you could take this list right here and turn it into a list poem. That is one way to write a list poem. One way to write a list poem is to make a list of something, and that is your poem. Another way to write a list poem is to take something and make a list about it. So I want to go on to another page here, and I want to take that list that we just made to write one way to write list poetry. So we're going to do this, and I'm going to take exactly what I wrote there, and I'm going to make a list poem. And my list poem is going to be called Dogs. Okay? That's the name of my poem. Dogs. I'm even going to underline it because that's the title. Underline it. Okay. Dogs. And then I will go on. I don't want to underline this part though. Okay. Now, here is my poem. So I just brainstormed a list of dogs, and that can be my poem. So here we go. Ready? Dogs. My first dog that I wrote was Lab. My second dog was poodle. Oh, this needs to be wider. If this is wider, then we're going to be able to see those words better. Okay, hold on. We're going to fix that. We are going to fix that by going like this. That is not wide enough. I'm going to make this wide. I'm going to make this wide. Okay, and then I'm going to make sure it's all lined up. Okay, dogs. There we go. Lab, poodle. What was the next dog? Golden retriever. Golden retriever. German shepherd. Oh, I need to, oh my goodness. Teddy's barking because there are some kids. Oh my goodness gracious. Do your dogs ever bark like this? Stop barking, please. Stop barking, please. Let's just check. Okay. Yes, my dog barks too. Let's see if we can ignore his barking because I don't want him to keep barking. Sometimes if we ignore it, he stops. Okay. All right. German shepherd. Cavapoo. Okay, make this a little smaller. See, he's stopping. Okay, Cavapoo. Labradoodle. Labradoodle. And then what I do when I have a list poem is the last line of my poem is going to be the name of the poem. So it's going to say dogs. Just like up here it says dogs, this will say dogs. Okay, so here is one way to write a list poem. This is a list poem called Dogs. So I'm going to read it to you right now so you can hear what it sounds like. Dogs. Lab, poodle, golden retriever, German shepherd, Cavapoo, Labradoodle, dogs. So that's one way to write a list poem. Okay? That's a list of dogs. Now, here's another way to write a list poem about dogs. You can pick a dog like your own dog or a dog that you know, and you can write a list poem that's all about that dog. So I'm going to write a list poem about my dog. His name is Teddy. Okay, so I'm going to write a list poem about Teddy. So instead of just listing types of dogs, I'm going to describe Teddy. I'm going to list things about Teddy. So my list poem, let's see, Teddy. What are some things about Teddy? Oh, cuddly. I'm going to fix that. Make that wide enough like we did with the other poem. Okay. Oh, I'm going to underline this part. Ooh. Okay. My list poem is called Teddy, so I'm going to underline the title. You don't have to do that because you have a space for the title on your page. Teddy, cuddly. He is not big, he is small. I'm going to think about what color is Teddy. He is black and gray. Oh, he does something funny. He licks my face. Did you hear him barking just now? He's a watchdog. He keeps track of everything that's going on our block. He is very cute. Okay, so those are all things about Teddy. Let's see. He's cuddly, small, black and gray, licks my face, watchdog, cute. And then remember, the last thing we do in a list poem, I put the title at the end. Okay, so let's read this list poem. Another way to write list poetry is to write a list about something and describe it. So here is my list poem called Teddy. Cuddly, small, black and gray. Licks my face, watchdog, cute, Teddy. So there's two different ways that you can make list poetry. One way to write list poetry, make a list of something and turn it into a poem. My list poem is called Dogs, and it's a list of dogs. My next list poem is about my dog, Teddy, and it describes my dog. That's two different ways to write list poetry. Okay, now here's another way to write list poetry. So, colors, it says the colors. You could write a list poem. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to show you this. I'm going to move it forward. Okay, you could write a list poem like the one over here, colors, and you could list colors. You can read this list poem with me. I bet you can read it with me. Red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple, colors. Okay, that's a list poem right there. But you know what else you could do? You could use those colors and think of things that are that color to make a list poem. So over here, we have another list poem about colors. Same title, colors, colors. But here, you're going to tell what the colors describe. So let's see if we can read through this list poem. Red like Santa, orange like a pumpkin, yellow like a buttercup, that's a type of flower, green like a stem, blue like water, purple like grapes, colors. So two different ways to write a list poem about colors. You could use just the colors and make a list poem. That's a good list poem right there. But you could also use the colors to describe something. It's a very cool list poem right here. Describes what all the things are about. Yeah, so that's another way to make a list poem. Here's another way to make a list poem. We could finish these sentences. Green as, I can think of something, you might think of something completely different, but I would say green as grass. Still underlining for some reason. Guess I shouldn't have done that. Okay, green as grass, right? Blue as the sky. Red as an apple. Brown as chocolate. All right. There we go. Look at that. We have a poem, a list poem called The Colors. And this list poem says green as grass, blue as the sky, red as an apple, brown as chocolate, colors. So another way to make a poem with a list. So let's go back here and at the very start. These were just ways to show you. One way to make list poetry is to take something and make a list of them, like dogs, or your favorite places to visit, or the people in your family, or types of weather, or your favorite football players, or horses, or anything like that. And then you can make a list poem. Or you can take list poetry and take your dog and write a list of things about your dog. Or take your mom and write a list of things about your mom. Or your favorite football player and write a list of things about your favorite football player. Or your bedroom and write a list of things about your bedroom. Or anything you want. Okay? So you are going to take your page and you are going to write a list poem. Can't wait to see your list poems today. Bye, friends.